23?
Or 65, just kidding, 65.
You're going to kick yourself on this one.
Can we look at pretty much all the ones on 5, 6?
I'll get there. I want to do 5 first. So,
I know it's really here, so
solve for your zeros. In this case here, I really can't complete the square because there's no b term. Add 23. Divide by 9. Take the square root. And you're done. The reason that is root 23 over 3 is because when you take the square root of a fraction, take the square of the numerator, the square of the denominator, and you solve them independently of one another.
Instead of like dividing by 9 first, you just take the square root of 3x over 2, and then you get, or 9x squared, and then you take.
Silly puppies. Yes. What was it? I'm sorry, it was 57? Maria was 57? I was close. In this case here, I'm going to move everything to the right-hand side to complete the square. Because in order to complete the square, you want to have your first terms positive as well as equal to 1. So I'm going to add 4x squared. I'm going to subtract 21x. So I'm going to get 0 is 4x squared minus 20x plus 13. We okay with that? Divide everything by 4. So x squared minus 5x plus 13 over 4 is 0. I just flip the 0 back to the other side because it's easier to go to the right now. That 4 has no bearing upon the problem because it was a scalar. Divide it out, it's gone. X squared minus 5x plus blank is negative 13 over 4 plus blank. That's my next step, to move the stuff around. What is half of negative 5? Well, half of negative 5 is just negative 5 over 2, which drops into the parentheses. When I square that, when you square a fraction, you square both the numerator and the denominator. And I'm going to get 25 over 4. And now you wind up with a very user-friendly fraction on the right-hand side. You've got negative 13 plus 25. 12. And what's 12 divided by 4? 3. Square root it. And then add the 5 halves. There you go. It's a lot cleaner than it looked, isn't it?
Which one was that?
59, I believe. Okay.
Actually, Cole is a coffee. Cole's offered me as a coffee.
Oh, so does Jackie Dinatelli.
No,
She
no.
tried to brew coffee today in the hallway.
No, he gave me Cole.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, he said.
What's the next one?
67.
Yes.
This one, I'm going to move everything to the left-hand side. 3x squared minus x plus 6 is 0. Get rid of the leading term coefficient by dividing out by a 3. X squared minus 1/3 x plus 2 is 0. What?
Oh, I don't get this at all.
Come on, Sam.
That was an encouragement, not a sarcasm. Divide out by the 3 and it's gone. So we have x squared minus 1/3 x plus blank is -2 plus blank. I move that stuff around quicker because I know I have to do it anyway. Yep. We're creating a perfect square trinomial. So then I take half of -1/3. So what's 1/2 of -1/3? Well, that's 1/6. What drops into your parentheses there? When I square that, when you square the fraction of 1/6, you get 1/36. Very good. Use your calculator, type in -2 plus the fraction of 1/36, and lo and behold, you get -71/36. Notice that you once again want to put a very user-friendly fraction that you take the square root of. In doing that, you wind up with x minus 1/6 is plus or minus the square root of -71/6. What can I do to the -√71? Got your eye. Literally, but. So x will equal 1/6 plus or minus I root 71/6. Now, if you checked your answers in the back of the book, they probably rewrote that as a singular fraction because it had the common denominator of 6. I have no problem if you want to leave it like that. It makes no difference to me. I like it like that. The only time I want you to make sure you go back to the compounded fraction is if you wind up like a whole bunch of even numbers you can simplify out a little bit further. How did I do what?
No, I'm not talking to you.
Very well then. Where did you do that? Did you do that? I don't know. What did you think? I don't know. What did you do? I don't know. Eh? What were you looking at in 5, 6, 7? Anything else in 5, 5? Now, I got stuff for you guys. We're basically sitting the same stuff today. Don't tear it out. I'm not collecting it. I want to make sure you guys see all this. Because here's the deal. This is one of those units that, I hate to say it, but the drill and kill really works well for this unit, just to get you back in the idea of the process and how things solve. It's just a repetitive thing, just to get it to go through. All right. 5, 6. Which one?
39. Do 39.
Let's look at 39.
I should give you 37 first.
All right. It says use the quadratic formula to solve. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is move the negative x squared. 0 is x squared plus 16x plus 46, which means a is 1, b is 16, c is 46. And then we sing our song. X equals negative b plus or minus square root b squared. Come on. For
We
a
don't
c
know it anymore.
all
Play it again.
over 2a. Fill in the blanks.
And then he said that
Negative 16 plus or minus square root. 16 squared minus 4 times 1 times 46. All over 2 times 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not try to type all that in your calculator at once. You will not do it correctly. I bet you won't. What I would do is just the discriminant, and I would type it how it's written. 16 squared minus 4 times 46. You get 256 minus something that ends in a 4. 184, thank you. So you wind up with negative 16 plus or minus, what is it?
72.
72, root 72, all over 2. Now root 72 is that way. Well, thank you. What is the square root of root 72? What is it? It's 62, so it'll be 6 root 2.
Yeah, see, but
Because the perfect square is 36, so it's the square root of 36, 36.
No, yeah.
So you wind up with negative 16 plus or minus 6 root 2 all over 2. In this case, what can I do? Everything is divisible by 2. Negative 8 plus or minus 3 root 2. Then that's your solution.
Nice.
39.
Congratulations.
Right?
Yes. Same deal on 39. 39, what you have to move is the C value. You got to bring that C value back. So you're going to have 8x squared minus 8x minus 1 is 0. A is 8, B is negative 8, C is negative 1. X equals negative B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. Fill in the blanks. When you fill in the blanks, one of the things that I saw students doing earlier today will be opposite of negative 8 is 8 plus or minus square root. I liked what these guys were doing first hour. They were not writing it as negative 8 squared because you know what? You're going to type that in your calculator as negative 8 squared and you're going to get negative 64 and you will get it wrong. So when you're... It's true. I know what you're going to screw up because it's not my first day. Yeah, exactly.
Did you not hear all of them giggle at the same time in the same way?
They're a bunch of dopes.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. So in this one here, we wind up with 64 minus, oh, excuse me, 64 plus 32. 96. Eight plus or minus root 96 over 16. 96. I think that was 16 and 4. Yeah. Or wait. Oh, it's 16 and 6. It's 4 root 6. So that means it was 16 times 6. So you get 8 plus or minus 4 root 6 over 16. Now, what can I simplify all of those by? 4. 4, very good. They're all divisible by 4. So I get 2 plus or minus root 6 over 4. And I think, Bella, this is when you were saying in the book it was coming up with 1/2 plus or minus. You can leave it like that. I'm okay with that. So I know you thought. It worked. 41. Send everything to the right. Let's see, so you get 4x squared minus 40x and a 101.
yes.
Opposite of b plus or minus square root 40 squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2 times a. Now we have big numbers that I can't do. Sorry to disappoint you guys with my unwieldy skill. 40 squared would be 1,600, though. I can do that. What's that? So I wind up with 40. Turn off your phone. So it's cricket went on.
Get off his phone.
So what's the square root of negative 16?
Yeah, I is,
Yeah, so it's 4i. Okay, 4i. I got this by typing this in my calculator, just the way it's written. 40 squared minus 4 times 4 times 101. And I hit enter, and I got negative 16. Math. Because you probably wrote negative 40 squared and didn't do this around the parentheses. Because I know that's what you're gonna screw up. Yes, sir. Hold up.
Aren't we supposed to do like 40 plus or minus I square root of 16?
Well, yeah, what's the square root of 16 then?
I don't even know what I'm saying.
What's the square root of 16?
The I goes like,
4. So you wind up with 40 plus or minus 4i all over 8. What? Divide everything by 4. 10 plus or minus I over 2. The book probably wrote it as 5 plus or minus 1/2 I. Means the same thing. No, sir.
How are you supposed to do it?
How are you going to add an I'm adding an imaginary number right now.
how you do that?
But, give me 1 second. But there was a question, I think you'll get one today where you'll have this. What is it then?
Wait, what did you get?
You get 2 and then negative 2. Negative 1. Easiest.
What happens with something like that, you wind up with values you can actually simplify to. Okay? Obviously, when you have imaginaries where you have those funky radicals, it's kind of cool. Funky radicals. Not like the new radicals, because they got what you get. You get what you give with that. No, that was bad. It wasn't very fun. Yes. Sorry.
If you want it to be like you can do it all in one, like the fraction all together, like one out of second.
Just do it like that. It's fine.
And then you can simplify it if you have to. What else you got on that? So here's what I got for us then.
Yeah, but you don't have to figure it out.
I can use the test back. Do those, please. You'll need a separate sheet of paper. It's just the same stuff we're working on. It's just to get you back and keep you going through it, okay? We'll check any of this stuff out tomorrow. What I want to do tomorrow is we'll probably jump into 5-7. So we're a little backed up then, which is fine. We still got to do our cost problems. It's a worksheet. Yeah. Okay?